about action learning sets is that it's a small group and it's a really good chance to form really strong relationships, but also, get down to a deeper level.
Really the opportunity to change how I've viewed a challenge.
So action learning is it's a methodology and an approach to learning that was developed in the UK back in the 1940s by a guy called Reg Revans. And he was really successful in using this approach to learning in management, organisational and leadership situations. Action learning set is basically a small group of people between 5 and 7, and it includes a facilitator. And they come together to take it in turns to present a live challenge that they're experiencing with their work. And when they present that challenge, the other participants in the group ask open and curious questions of them. So they listen deeply and aren't allowed to give advice and can only ask questions and aren't allowed to make suggestions either. The process helps you to think differently about that challenge and to reframe and see it from different perspectives. It helps you to develop new solutions you hadn't thought of before, and ultimately to develop action steps. So, what are you going to do next to take action on that challenge?
So when I first heard about action learning sets, I was really excited and thought it would be super easy because I know how to ask open-ended questions. I was like, yeah, no worries. I just didn't realise how hard it would be to answer them myself.
My first thoughts when I heard of action learning sets were, God no, I'm not doing it. I've signed up to learn, I haven't signed up for therapy session. But when I was in there with everyone, they weren't, they were very similar and the same. And it's very therapeutic in a way, just to know that we're all sort of on the same page.
The action learning sets have really helped me, not with the technical questions that I can Google or that I can go to an SSE mentor for, but for the kind of moral and ethical and personal questions that there are no textbooks for. This is not the kind of thing that you can learn from a book, it's not the kind of thing that people can teach you, but they're the kind of things that are fundamental to having an ethical, values-based business or enterprise that's going to work for you and for the world.
My biggest tip in an AL set would be to get really personal and just to figure out what you need to discover about yourself.
Don't hold back. Don't think that it's not going to be the right thing, because just trust yourself and be curious. So, ask questions that help them to find that answer, and hold back on any thoughts or assumptions that you might have of helping to solve their problem.
Think of minimum three questions 2 or 3 days before the action learning set. Sit on it for a little while, and then probably the night before, the morning before, pick the most difficult question, the one that you kind of hesitated about putting down at all. That's the question that you'll get the most benefit out of, and that's what these things are designed for.